Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Aged Out Reacts with the two hosts of the Aged Out podcast, Mike Fantini and
Evan Worrell.
And today, to stay kind of on brand with our last podcast interview, we're going to be watching some Lee Bettis lines. You know, he mentioned a few groups in that podcast. If you haven't listened to it, it's on YouTube and Spotify and all that stuff. Episode 87, I believe. I can't believe we're up to that high of a number already. But he mentioned a lot of lines he taught that like I'd never heard of because I'm not well versed in the 90s drum corps outside of like some cadet stuff and a little bit else. But so we decided, we're going to do a couple reaction videos here like of groups Lee was involved with writing or teaching in a major way. And then I think we're going to try to stay on form with that a little bit when we do podcast interviews. Just try to keep the next couple reaction videos after with that guests like groups, whether they march them, etc. So, yeah, we're doing, as you can see, Scouts 91, Scouts 92, and then I think 96 Phantom's the last one, right?
Yeah, I think it just kind of forces us to get ourselves exposed to things that we hadn't seen before. I mean, I've seen 88 Scouts. I have that DVD, but I never really paid attention to them to the early 90s until like maybe 95, 96, 97. Because I know they had like a pretty significant change. Like they went 88, they won. Then they were finished 7th in 89, and then kind of the early 90s was their kind of re-rise back into the picture, back into the fold.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so we sampled some of this stuff. We've got, I think it's primarily the 91 drum feature, 92 drum feature, and 96 Phantom drum feature. So it's all the features, just the big meat and potatoes feature moments, which are some pretty cool stuff. I love the flam vocabulary used in the 90s groups and writing so much.
I actually watched this whole show, which was really good.
Nice.
Before we jump off of it, there's a roll at the end I'll tell you to skip forward to, but
okay. In which video?
In the 91 here.
Okay, gotcha. But before we hit play here, subscribe, like, comment, let us know what you think. You think we're dumb, let us know. If you think we're smart, let us know. All that stuff. Agree, disagree. We try to respond to as many as possible. And then Facebook, Instagram, Patreon.com. You all, if you're a long-time listener, which I know some of you are, you already know all this. But if you're new, glad to have you. And let's jump into this 91 Scouts video.
City of Lights show.
The City of Angels?
Lights.
Oh, whatever. The mark time in the hold. The relic of the past.
Yeah, definitely. Little 9-lit action.
We'll lean to the right. Tip the hat. Such good roll quality with all this stuff.
City of Angels. Yeah, what was City of Angels? Threes for
nice
days.
Threes.
Woo! Front to back alignment. Look at the keyboards. And now, like, the marimbas, like, go play quads.
Yeah, it's funny. So the actual quad line, you can't really see it probably because of Evan's face on the left of the screen, but it'll zoom in here in a second. Like the real quad line came up to the front, and then there's like, did you say marimba players?
Yeah, I mean, all the front ensemble went over to these quads on stands.
Yeah, it'll zoom in on it too. You'll see it here in a second. It's pretty cool.
It does a funny side profile, and they almost have a catastrophe.
Yeah, notice the drums on stands almost fall over.
It's like a domino.
Yeah. You can see the front one starting to move. Oh, there it goes.
Ripple Vish. It's the Ripple Vish.
Totally intentional.
I'm going hard.
Just jamming. Oh, I love that fill. The rhythm's so interesting.
Woo!
Throwing down under those horns. Yeah.
Now jump to like 10:15.
10:15.
There's a roll in here
Okay, hold
that
on.
I just remember when I watched the show. I was like stuck out to me.
Let me find it. 10:15. No, while I'm
Somewhere.
searching for this, that some of that flam vocabulary and just like it's just quality for days. Let's see, here's 10:13. We'll play it and see where we're at. Woo! Woo!
Dude, that decrescendo that
Yeah.
back in.
I'm gonna play that one more time. Just
It's in there. It's just like a little fill.
Mm-hmm.
Go up to the edge.
Woo! I think the decrescendo was a paradiddle, like a sixth
It might
up.
have been.
It sound. I don't know. Ears were fooling me, but just
PDD roll or
decrescendo,
something?
PDD right into that triplet roll, back to the crescendo. Get out of here. It's that. I'm telling you, some of the I've said it in the last few videos and stuff we've made, but I feel like because a lot of the people in these early 90s, late 80s, when that switch from Mylar to Kevlar happened, that roll quality is so good in a lot of these top lines in that era, because a lot of those people probably learned to play rolls on Mylar heads where you've got to work and dig in a whole lot harder to get a quality roll. And then when you move that to that super high tension rebound Kevlar, you've got that similar approach still. So you're just getting that beef. You can hear it in the tap rolls, just all of it.
Yeah, they're just pushing them out.
It's funny, it's come full circle a little bit. Nowadays, people focus a lot on like that balance and blend and kind of being that warm sound. And you still get a warm sound when you dig in like that, but it's a different kind of beef, like depth, darkness to the sound of the roll, I feel like. All right, Scouts 92.
Actually, both of these shows were called City of Angels, so I'm not sure if it was like a part 2 or just like we're gonna redo it. But
somebody let us know. Either the videos are labeled wrong or something or whatever. But yeah, pay attention to this drum feature. There is, I mentioned that 90s flam vocabulary. There's like some fat open egg beaters into like some crazy, almost like flam five, patty flafla, or same hand flam fives or whatever. Super cool. Yeah.
6 bases. The pit split. Side 1, side 2.
Woo. Nice flam work from the quads. There's the egg beaters. This. Love that. So good.
What a listening environment for the front.
Oh, the slowdown.
Dude, the ensemble alignment of
that was nasty. We're going to back up.
The keys doing the metric
again.
speed up, the metric achel with the battery. That is filthy.
Let's see, yeah.
That was well done.
Right into a field change. My groove. Drum to drum. Also kind of a relic of the past. Like that whole... Just...
Dude, what a hype.
As a performer in a drum line, one of my favorite things to be a part of is this moment just like that. Where you're throwing down in the battery, and right when you hit that last note of the feature, the horns just like blow the audience's face off. Just out of nowhere, just boom. Right on that last downbeat. Chills, chills. Just chills in the back of your head.
It reminds me of like college band stuff too.
A little bit.
With the rack. And like you just have that tom up, where you're going with the toms and the cymbals, and then the band just comes back in, and yeah, you're not rare, or you're not always in front of the horn line like that. So just like you feel that on the back of your neck.
It's so cool.
It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it.
Yeah. I think there's one more small feature here.
I'm not gonna lie, I miss uniforms like this.
100% agree.
I just miss, yeah, I don't know. This drill is timeless, man. It's crazy.
Very cool.
Dude, killer show. Yeah.
I'm glad sampling that before this, because again, Lee mentioned it in our interview. I hadn't gone and looked at it until we sat down to do this today. Super cool. I highly recommend everybody go watch the full show from 91 and 92, both years. Super good classic drum corps. All right. So
And
now we're
then-
jumping to 96 Phantom, and you told me beforehand this was the first book that Lee wrote for a drum corps. Is that
Yeah,
what
that's
we
what
think?
he that's what
What
he
he told
said on the podcast. He said this was the first opportunity to write, which obviously they did really well.
Yeah.
BD and Phantom ended up tying for first place.
Mm-hmm.
I think BD did win percussion that year.
Somebody let us know in the comments on that
I'm
one.
almost
But
positive that, but obviously very successful first time writing.
I'll also say, in terms of Phantom uniforms, I mean, the white uniforms are super clean, but I always
is
have
just
been, the
badass.
black uniforms are just freaking cool. Just they just fit.
With the little hint of red, and then just with the Shostakovich show. I mean, this show is just absolutely killer.
Yeah. So, all right, we're starting right at the feature, and we'll just go till we decide to stop or whatever.
Defiant Heart. Full ensemble, little shell.
Nice little one count rolls.
Woo, bass.
If you don't have headphones in,
Ooh, that bass
put
bar.
headphones in so you this whatever mics are being used for this recording's picking up the bass line like crazy, and they're good.
Tasty.
All those upbeat attacks.
A little
three mallets.
mallet quad.
Inverted flam taps there into the flam figures.
Grandma's. Woo! Little 5 strokes in there.
I'm gonna back
Go
up
back,
because
dude. And then
there's
between those shots, check it, and just push those 5s in there.
a lot of little stuff in there between
Little
those
battery
shots.
pocket accents.
Then the bass run right after it. Listen to that.
Dude, just passing the ball around the battery in the front.
And then they have the sensibility from a writing standpoint, or Lee did. You have just a simple walking bass feature underneath all those horn figures to just drive the whole thing.
Following the
Super
music.
tasteful, simple, but it gets the job done. The bass unisons, I don't know if it's my headphones, but it's just punching me in the gut.
And the concert bass. Woo!
One more time.
Dude, I'm not sure that's a 5-foot roll.
I think it was
That
triplet.
one?
I think it was triplet. I don't know. The baseline run into that hit.
Dude, this baseline is
Oh my.
ripping, dude. Go back one more time.
Just, if you
End of
missed
this
it, we're going to
segment.
go back. Listen to the baseline rip right into the hit with the horn line.
Right into the hold.
Yeah. Damn. All right.
Another killer show just to go watch the whole thing.
Yeah. Go watch all 3 of these full shows if you haven't seen them. Just amazing drum corps.
96 is just a phenomenal year of drum corps in general. I mean, just great shows all around. Also, a great BD show. One of my favorites that, what was it? The 96, the club, or no, that was the year they did the criminal show. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I think the bass line was the highlight of the drum line in this video, at least. No, this Tim Fairbanks is in this snare line, right? He was a center, wasn't he?
The center. Yep.
Yeah, no offense, Tim, but I think the bass line was the highlight here on this video. Maybe it's the headphones. Seriously, put headphones in and listen to this. We'll link in the video description all the all the recordings without us talking over it and without our faces in it. If you want to watch it, highly recommend it. Yeah, I'm glad we did this. I think the next one we're gonna do, we talked about it just as a little sneak peek. Like, we're gonna have that idea of have a podcast guest on, then look at the groups that person was involved with, writing, teaching, whatever, marching, and then so we did like a 90s Lee Bettis thing here. We're probably gonna watch some Crown and like the Scouts 13 line as our next video to do like a 2000s Lee Bettis.
Maybe look for
And if
some
you have
of
any
those
other
Crossman
suggestions
lines,
of really
too.
good Lee lines post 90s, let us know and we'll possibly add it to the list. But I think that's kind of like you want to call it a formula, whatever. But yeah, this was fun. Like always, knocked it out real quick. Had a good time. Watched some classic drum corps. Again, like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you think. We love video suggestions. Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, and we will see everybody in the next one.
Peace.